Morning friends, Cheryl here with inkedpulp, and I've got a 12-minute tips. I bet you guys thought I forgot all about that series. I haven't made one in so long, but I've got actually a few things in mind for the 12-minute tips, and I wanted to bring one to you today. So when you're using embossing powders, you usually take a I don't know if I have one handy. This is StazOn, but you take a pad like this and you've got the tacky ink on it, and you can stamp, a flower, a saying, whatever, and then pour your embossing powders on it and just emboss just that item. Well, sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you want a space embossed, and it's really hard to get the sticky embossing ink just where you want it. Now, Tim Holtz has this embossing dabber, and I haven't even opened this yet. But if you don't have one of these and you want to get the effect of, just getting some embossing powder here and there, you can use your glue stick. So I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to put some glue stick down, and I'm going to use silver first. I've got some silver and some red, and so I'm just going to sprinkle this down, and it's going to catch on where that glue stick was, just around the edges. So and this is a piece that I had worked on with my jelly plate. That's how I got this original design. But I've got some silver here, and you can see it's just in places. And now we're going to take the heat gun. I need to get my hot heat gun. This thing takes forever. This takes too long. I'm going to pause for just a moment and we'll come back with a hotter heat gun. Alright, this is an industrial strength heat gun. I don't recommend this on papers and fabrics unless you really understand how hot it gets, because it gets really, really, really hot. And what I do with this, a lot of times, if I want a really rustic or grungy pattern on fabric, I'll turn this on high, and there we go. Just like that. It's already going. I'll turn this on high and hold it for a while over the fabric or paper or whatever, and let it burn just a little bit. But you have to be careful because it will burn. In fact, you can see right up here, do you see in that corner where it kind of burned it a little? I left it on there a little too long. But it's very, very hot. And I'm spoiled because I like how fast it embosses. And so for me to wait for that regular heat gun is painful. Alright. So there we go. We've got some silver around the edges. Now let's go and put on some red. Oops, get my fingers in the glue there. Alright, let's put some of this red. This is actually terracotta is what it is, so I don't know exactly how it's going to look when it comes out, but we'll see. There we go. We've got some red on there. So we'll go back around and emboss this. So isn't this a fun technique? If you don't have, now if you have one of these daubers, it does the same thing, and so you can use that, but if you don't have one, you can still get the same effects. The other thing is that because the glue on this is melting, it kind of bubbles up, it also gives some texture to the embossing powder. And so there you go. And I don't know if you can see all the texture in that. A lot of times when you do embossing powder, it's real smooth. But with this glue stick, because it's melting underneath, it is bubbling a little. And so it gives you some texture with your embossing powders. You can do this with the Tim Holtz Distress embossing powders or regular. But look at how much it gives that. You can kind of put a grungy edge around if you want to. You can add multiple colors, but this would make a pretty piece, collage piece in a Christmas journal with the silver and the red. So anyway, that's my 12-minute tips for today in only about 6 minutes or 7 minutes. So if you like what you see here, I have a whole playlist of 12-minute tips, and they're all 12 minutes or under. I think one or two went over a little bit, but they're mostly 12 minutes and under. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, I am going to be doing more of these 12-minute tips. So thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody more than you can know. Give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.